With Brexit less than a month away and no plans put in place, citizens of the UK are left questioning how their future will be affected. The news comes after Honda announces the closure of its factory in Swindon, leading to the loss of 3,500 jobs. We spoke to Brexit protesters, both Leavers and Remainers, to see what they had to say about the uncertainty of the Brexit negotiations.
If we don't leave now, it would be a travesty. It would be very much against democracy.
We're here because we're European, we're proudly European, and we're distraught at the prospect of our identity being ripped away from us.
Things could be very much better if we had a real leaver in charge of the government, but we haven't. So we are where we are.
Uncertainty also still remains surrounding how EU nationals living in the UK will be affected by Brexit, with many going through the settlement status scheme and having to go through many tests and applications in order to stay. We spoke to Fia, who moved to London from France 20 years ago, about her experience as an EU national living in the UK. What was your initial reaction to Brexit, and is that the vote that you expected?
There are a few moments in your life that you will remember forever, and that's definitely one of them. And it was very sad. I get choked up thinking about it. Absolute shock. I think people in London in particular, and people around me who came from London, just did not realise what it meant for people across the country.
How do you feel about the settled status scheme, in which EU individuals who up till now did not need paperwork to live and work here and now need to certify their stay?
Well, I am going through it as we speak, and tagging that onto a British nationality, which I had always thought about gaining at some point, having been here for such a long time. But funnily enough, after 2016, I've actually started asking myself questions. You know, do I really want to hold a passport from a country, you know, that is becoming what we know it's turning into now?
With thousands of people flocking to London in search of employment opportunities, many young graduates are facing the reality that this may no longer be possible. We spoke to Clare Cronin, an Irish citizen, recently graduated and now working in London, about the difficulties she's facing in regards to this.
The whole Brexit thing, when it first came about, there was a problem with fees could be upped for European students twice as much, so my fees could have doubled.
With Brexit, do you worry that there are going to be less opportunities for European citizens?
Yes, definitely. I feel that in the coming years, if I have to apply for a visa, how easy will that be? I think with Brexit as well, there's going to be cuts made to different sectors, and performing arts is the one thing that gets cut first.
With Brexit still due to take place on the 29th of March, there's still a great amount of uncertainty about what the future of this country holds.